Time is perhaps the most valuable resource we have, yet it is also the one that is most often taken for granted. We live in a world that constantly demands more of our time, and yet we frequently overlook the importance of how we choose to spend it. Time itself is neutral. It's neither good nor bad. It simply exists, and the way we use it determines what we make of it. Most people tend to focus on external circumstances when evaluating their success, but the real game changer lies in how effectively we use our time. Imagine for a moment that you have 24 hours in a day, just like everyone else. The same 24 hours that the most successful people, the richest, the happiest, the most fulfilled individuals have at their disposal. The key to success isn't about having more time. It's about making better use of the time you already have. How you spend your hours, your days, and your years ultimately determines the outcome of your life. Take a look at how people use their time on a daily basis. Many spend hours scrolling through social media, watching television, or engaging in distractions that provide no real benefit. These are moments that, when accumulated over weeks and months, can add up to significant lost opportunities for personal growth. On the flip side, people who invest their time in learning, planning, and developing themselves consistently move closer to their goals, even if the progress seems small. Time spent in this way compounds, and eventually it becomes the difference between achieving success and falling short. One of the biggest traps people fall into is the misconception that time is infinite. When we think there is always more time to accomplish something, we tend to procrastinate or waste time on things that don't serve our ultimate purpose. But the truth is, every single day is an opportunity that may never come again. When we waste today, we risk losing tomorrow. And when we fail to maximize each moment, we also lose the chance to build a future that reflects our dreams and desires. There's a saying, the time to act is now. It's easy to tell yourself that you'll focus on your goals tomorrow, or that you'll invest in yourself next week. But the truth is, tomorrow never really comes. If you don't act today, you'll find yourself looking back with regret. The difference between success and failure is often not a matter of ability or intelligence. It's a matter of decision and discipline in using time effectively. The successful individuals aren't necessarily smarter or luckier. They simply make the most of their time, while others let it slip through their fingers. This brings us to the importance of prioritization. When you recognize that time is limited, you begin to understand the importance of making conscious decisions about what deserves your attention. Not every task, every event, or every person is worthy of your time. The people who succeed are those who understand this principle and are willing to say no to distractions. They focus their energy on the things that matter most and align with their personal and professional goals. Every hour you spend is an investment. Think about that, an investment. You can either spend an hour mindlessly consuming information or waste time on trivial tasks. Or you can invest that hour in something that brings you closer to your dreams. It's all about choosing the right activities. Successful people understand that not all activities are equal. Some activities provide short-term gratification but long-term consequences, while others may not be immediately rewarding but lead to great long-term results. It's also important to understand that time is not just about what you do, but how you do it. Efficiency is just as crucial as the time itself. When you're able to make the most of the time you have, you're not only working harder, but working smarter. Streamlining your processes, eliminating inefficiencies, and staying focused can help you accomplish more in less time, giving you more freedom to pursue other goals. Ultimately, the way you use your time reflects your values. If you truly value personal growth, success, and fulfillment, you will find ways to prioritize these things and invest your time accordingly. And when you start making time a priority, you begin to unlock the potential to achieve far more than you thought possible. Time, when used wisely, becomes the cornerstone upon which you can build a successful and fulfilling life. Success is rarely an overnight phenomenon. It's a result of consistent, small actions performed day in and day out. Often people look for instant success, for a breakthrough that will propel them to the next level. However, the reality is that success is more about accumulation than a singular event. Small, consistent actions, when added up, create lasting results. These small steps might seem insignificant in the moment, but over time, they compound and lead to profound transformation. Think about saving money. If you were to save just a small amount each day, it might not seem like much, $1 here, a few cents there, but over the course of weeks, months, and years, those small amounts add up to significant sums. Similarly, in any area of your life, whether it's personal development, business growth, or relationships, the little things matter. You don't need a huge leap, you need steady, intentional progress. The key to success lies in the power of consistency. It's not about doing everything perfectly. It's not about making big, bold moves all the time. In fact, it's often the opposite. It's about showing up every single day and putting in the effort, even when you don't feel like it. It's easy to be motivated when things are going well, but true success is built in those quiet moments when you push through the challenges, the doubts, and the setbacks. These are the moments that truly shape your future. Take the example of a writer. A writer may have a big goal of writing a novel, but the novel isn't going to be written in a single sitting. It's written sentence by sentence, paragraph by paragraph, day after day. Every time they sit down to write, no matter how small the progress seems, they are getting closer to their goal. It's the consistency, the dedication to showing up and doing the work that makes the difference in the long run. This idea of small actions compounding is not limited to writing. It applies to any area of life. In business, small, consistent efforts to connect with customers, improve products, or streamline processes can lead to exponential growth. In fitness, showing up for a workout every day, even if it's just for a short time, leads to better health and strength over time. The same principle applies to relationships. Taking the time to nurture your connections every day, whether through small acts of kindness, communication, or shared experiences, leads to deeper, more meaningful relationships. There's a misconception that success requires big, dramatic steps. People often feel like they need to make grand gestures or take monumental actions to see progress. But in reality, the opposite is true. It's the accumulation of small, thoughtful actions that produce lasting change. It's about being consistent even when the results aren't immediately visible. True growth often happens behind the scenes, and it's not until later that we realize how far we've come. Consistency also means embracing the process, not just focusing on the end goal. When you focus only on the end result, it's easy to get discouraged, especially when that goal feels far away. But when you focus on the small steps, the day-to-day actions, you start to enjoy the process itself. This is where the true value of consistency comes in. It allows you to find meaning and satisfaction in the journey rather than just in the destination. You learn to appreciate the small wins, and they propel you forward. In addition, consistency helps build habits. Habits are the foundation of success because they automate the actions needed to reach your goals. When something becomes a habit, it no longer requires a lot of mental energy or decision making. It becomes second nature, and when you're consistently working on your goals, those small actions start to feel effortless because they're ingrained in your routine. Over time, those habits build momentum, and momentum leads to success. It's important to understand that consistency doesn't mean perfection. It means showing up and doing the work, even when things aren't perfect. It means not giving up when progress is slow or when obstacles arise. It's easy to be consistent when things are going well, but true consistency is about maintaining effort in the face of adversity. Success is not about avoiding failure. It's about learning from it and continuing to move forward. Lastly, it's essential to acknowledge that consistency doesn't guarantee immediate rewards. The results of your actions may not be visible at first, and that's okay. Success is a long-term game, and the rewards come over time. The small steps you take today might not yield immediate results, but they are laying the groundwork for something much bigger. Patience is required, but with each small action you are building the foundation for the success you desire. Consistency is what keeps you going even when the rewards are not immediately evident. The concept of investing time in self-improvement is often overlooked, yet it is one of the most powerful tools available to anyone striving for success. Every moment you dedicate to improving yourself, whether through learning, skill development, or personal growth, compounds over time and sets the stage for long-term success. If you view time as an investment, you begin to see the profound impact it can have on every aspect of your life. Each hour you spend working on yourself is a direct contribution to building a future where you are equipped to handle any challenge and achieve your dreams. In the fast-paced world we live in, many people prioritize immediate gratification over long-term development. It's easy to get caught up in short-term pleasures, binge-watching shows, scrolling through social media, or engaging in other distractions that seem appealing in the moment. However, those hours spent on fleeting distractions don't contribute to your growth. In contrast, investing that time in activities that enhance your knowledge, skills, and mindset pays off in ways that may not be immediately visible, but over time, they form the foundation of lasting success. The first step in investing time in self-improvement is recognizing the importance of learning. Knowledge is power, but not all knowledge is equally valuable. Self-improvement involves learning things that align with your goals, interests, and aspirations. This could mean reading books, taking courses, attending seminars, or simply engaging in thought-provoking conversations. Each piece of knowledge you gain, no matter how small, adds to your ability to navigate the world more effectively. It equips you to make better decisions, solve problems more efficiently, and find innovative solutions to challenges that arise in both your personal and professional life. Moreover, self-improvement doesn't only involve learning facts or skills. It also includes developing emotional intelligence, resilience, and the ability to handle adversity. Emotional growth is crucial because it allows you to stay focused, motivated, and productive even in difficult circumstances. When you invest in emotional development, you become better at managing stress, building relationships, and staying positive in the face of setbacks. These are essential traits for success, and they can only be developed by consciously working on them over time. Another critical aspect of self-improvement is the development of healthy habits. Habits are the building blocks of success because they determine how you spend your time on a daily basis. If you make a habit of reading for an hour every day, for example, you'll find that over time you've accumulated a wealth of knowledge that will help you in countless ways. The same goes for physical fitness, time management, and even personal reflection. Good habits give you structure and consistency, ensuring that you're always moving toward your goals, no matter how small the steps may seem. Bad habits, on the other hand, can hold you back and keep you from reaching your potential. By investing time in forming good habits, you make it easier to achieve your long-term goals with less effort. One of the most important aspects of investing in self-improvement is the ability to adapt and grow. The world is constantly changing, and staying stagnant is not an option if you want to succeed. Investing time in self-improvement means being open to change, learning from your mistakes, and continuously evolving. You must be willing to step out of your comfort zone and challenge yourself in ways that might be uncomfortable at first. It's easy to stay where it's safe, but the real growth happens when you push yourself to do things that seem difficult or unfamiliar. This might involve taking on new responsibilities at work, pursuing a hobby that requires new skills, or engaging in personal challenges that test your limits. One of the keys to sustained success is the ability to take consistent, incremental steps. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is success. Each small step you take toward improving yourself, whether it's learning a new skill, improving your physical health, or gaining emotional maturity, adds to the bigger picture of who you want to become. These small actions don't always result in immediate rewards, but they build momentum. Over time, you'll look back and realize how far you've come, and the transformation will be evident. It's easy to overlook the significance of each step, but as you continue investing in yourself, those small actions begin to accumulate, and the results are nothing short of remarkable. Investing time in self-improvement also means being intentional with your focus. In today's world, distractions are abundant, and it's easy to get caught up in the noise. However, when you focus your energy on activities that contribute to your growth, you ensure that every hour spent is meaningful. This requires discipline and the ability to say no to things that don't align with your goals. Time is limited, and every moment counts. By being mindful of where you invest your energy, you ensure that you're consistently moving forward and not wasting time on things that don't serve you. As you look at the time you have each day, consider this. Every hour is an opportunity to invest in your future. Whether you're improving your knowledge, building good habits, developing your emotional intelligence, or challenging yourself to grow, each moment spent in self-improvement brings you closer to becoming the person you've always wanted to be. While it may not always be easy or immediately gratifying, the dividends paid by investing time in yourself are immeasurable, and the payoff will be seen in the life you create through your efforts. Success is not a one-time event. It is a journey made up of countless moments, each one contributing to the overall picture of what we accomplish in life. Every small action you take, no matter how insignificant it may seem in the moment, adds up over time. These actions are like bricks in the foundation of your success. It is the accumulation of these moments that determines your ultimate outcome. Success is not just about big wins or breakthroughs. It's about the process, the day-to-day actions that consistently push you toward your goals. The power of small moments lies in their ability to compound. Think of compound interest in finance. When you invest money and let it grow over time, the interest on that money starts to accumulate, building upon itself. The same principle applies to success. The small actions you take every day, whether they're in your personal life, your career, or your health, all accumulate. Over time, this compounding effect leads to significant growth, just as compound interest leads to financial wealth. The key is consistency. If you are willing to consistently invest small moments of time into actions that move you forward, the results will eventually surprise you. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the desire for instant results. Many people expect quick fixes and immediate gratification. But the truth is, sustainable success doesn't come overnight. It's the slow, steady, and deliberate progress that leads to lasting achievement. These small actions, which are often overlooked, build the momentum that leads to major accomplishments. While you may not see the impact of your efforts right away, rest assured that every effort is an investment in your future. Think about how a professional athlete reaches the pinnacle of their sport. It isn't just about their performance on the day of the big game. The hours they spend training, eating right, recovering, and learning new techniques each day are what set them apart. It's the consistent effort over months and years that transforms them into a champion. Their success doesn't come from a single game-winning moment. It's the result of countless hours of practice, focus, and dedication. Success in any field is achieved the same way. It's the cumulative effect of doing the right things consistently, even when there is no immediate reward. It's easy to be discouraged when we don't see immediate results. But success doesn't happen in a straight line. There will be setbacks, challenges, and moments when progress seems slow or even non-existent. However, this is where the true power of accumulation comes in. It's important to understand that even in these moments of perceived stagnation, you are still moving forward. Every small action you take, whether it's writing a page of a book, learning a new skill, or taking care of your health, is a step toward the person you want to become. Even when you don't see visible results, those small efforts are building the momentum needed for breakthroughs later on. Another aspect of this accumulation is that success is built upon habits. Habits are the actions you perform regularly without much thought. These can be positive or negative, but they are crucial because they automate your behavior. The actions you repeat consistently over time shape who you are and where you go in life. The best way to ensure you're moving towards success is to establish habits that align with your goals. Whether it's setting aside time each day to work on your business, reading a chapter of a book, or practicing a skill, these small habits will eventually lead to larger success. The more you repeat them, the more ingrained they become, and the easier it is to make progress without even thinking about it. Success is also about the accumulation of knowledge. Every time you learn something new, you're adding a piece to your knowledge base. Whether you're reading a book, taking a course, or simply talking to someone who knows more than you, Every piece of knowledge you acquire can be used to build upon the next. The more you know, the better equipped you are to make informed decisions and take smarter action. But knowledge doesn't just sit there, it compounds. What you learn today can become a tool for success tomorrow. Over time, this accumulation of knowledge will allow you to solve bigger problems, come up with innovative ideas, and make more meaningful contributions. Building success through small moments also requires a mindset of persistence. There will be times when things don't go as planned or when it feels like your efforts are in vain, but the key is to keep going. Every step, no matter how small, is a step closer to your goal. This persistence, over time, leads to results that can't be achieved by simply hoping for a big break or looking for shortcuts. Those who succeed are the ones who keep going when things get tough. They understand that success is a marathon, not a sprint, and that every small action matters. Lastly, the accumulation of small moments means that every choice you make matters. You have the power to choose how you spend your time, who you spend it with, and what activities you engage in. Each choice adds to the life you are creating for yourself. The choices you make today will either bring you closer to your goals or pull you further away from them. When you make choices that align with your aspirations, you are ensuring that every moment counts. The more intentional you are about how you spend your time, the more you will accumulate positive results over time. Success isn't about waiting for a single life-changing event. It's about taking action, no matter how small, and trusting that these small moments will accumulate and compound into something much bigger. By focusing on consistency, persistence, and the power of small actions, you create the foundation for long-term success. In the end, the path to success is not defined by monumental one-time achievements, but by the accumulation of consistent, purposeful actions. Each hour, each moment spent working toward your goals, no matter how small, builds the foundation for a future of success. By investing in yourself, prioritizing consistent effort, and recognizing the power of small moments, you begin to compound your growth over time. Success is a journey that requires patience, persistence, and an understanding that every small step taken today brings you closer to the life you desire. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment or dramatic breakthroughs. It's about making the most of every moment you have, consistently moving forward, and trusting that your efforts will pay off in ways far greater than you can imagine.